Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome to a new series for a game called Jalopy. For those who don't know, Jalopy is a game that is still in early access, and it is basically a road trip simulator where we will drive an old beat up car across Eastern Europe. Now, the people that know me in real life know that I have traveled extensively. I've traveled as a hitchhiker across Canada, the United States. I've traveled across New Zealand and Australia, as well as Norway, Denmark and Sweden, and a little bit in Germany as well. And I think in this game we will start off in Germany as well, but we are in 1990 or something like that. We are in a time where the Soviet Union still controls half of Germany, and so we will drive across Eastern Europe in basically a Soviet era. Well, everything kind of went to shit. Let's put it like that. Everything went to shit as soon as Soviet Russia got their hands on places like Poland and East Germany. But it makes for an interesting setting for a road trip simulator, at least. So there's that. Let's get started, shall we? Right, so let's go for a new game. I did start it up briefly, only to see how it ran, but everything else is pretty much new to me. So, let's see. Thank you for purchasing Jalopy during early access. The game is currently pre-alpha. Very important to remember, guys. This means that the core gameplay experience is still changing significantly week to week. I hope you have fun, and please keep in mind that this is a work in progress. Feel free to report any bugs you find over at the Steam forums, and all the best from Greg, the developer. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so there's an alarm clock. Wake up! Wake up! Awake, finally. Well, kind of awake. We have some trouble opening our eyes, as you can see. Let's see. Stay in bed any longer and the day will make fools of us both. Come now, I have something important to show you. Come, it's just outside. Alright, so we are in a place that's basically a garage with a bed in the back. Yeah. Right, stay alert. Right mouse button. You can zoom in. Oh yeah, okay. Anything else? June 1990. Yeah, okay. So it is 1990. There's something weird going on with his jacket. Kind of like there's like a texture on a wall that's not actually there, you know? It's kind of like I'm looking into an alternate dimension where, look at that. It's kind of, the texture moves along with how I move. It looks very weird and disorienting. Anyway, let's see. This here is a Leica 601 Deluxe. Something of an engineering legend in the GDR. 0 to 60 kilometers in 22.5 seconds, a top speed of 100 kilometers an hour, all at the economical rate of 9 kilometers per liter. That is so terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Alright. That is, if we can get her running. Yeah, there's it's quite incomplete. Let's put it like that. So, not to worry, I have everything ready. We'll just need to build her an engine, step on some wheels, fit the passenger side door, and give her a bit of a clean. Is that everything? Is that all we need to do? Well, let's get started then. Fit the replacement door. It's over on top of that scrap pile behind you. If you squint, you'll be able to see it. Right. So that's the door we need to retrieve, I think. This is a big scrap pile, so let's go up and retrieve this door. Left click does all these actions, apparently. So there we go. Less than elegant, but it's on. Right, now let's fit the engine. If you open the driver's side door, you'll see a black latch. Pull that and it will release the bonnet. Alright, driver's side door. Let's open this puppy up. Can you see it? It's a black latch. Should be just under the steering wheel. Well, let's have a look. Under the steering wheel. Well, there's a latch right there, but it's brown. It's not actually... Well, it's sort of black, I suppose. Half black, half brown. It's definitely not the thing in the middle, because as a car driver myself, I know that that is the handbrake. And this is most likely the thing that pops the bonnet. Yeah, I saw some movement there. We got it. Okay, now open the bonnet and I can walk you through this. So as you can see, she needs an engine. Yeah, indeed. I've got a load of stock parts set in the garage. Go collect one and I'll walk you through what it does. Alright. Heads up, I have absolutely no idea about how an engine actually works. So, yeah, we're in for a good time. Feel free to yell at the screen if I make some horrible mistakes. The parts are set in the garage. Go collect one and we can start building the engine. Alright. That's, well, stock engine, I suppose. That's a good place to start. So, let's bring this puppy over. That's the engine block you've got there, the core of your Leica setup. The engine block defines core performance of your Leica, including top speed and acceleration. A poorly kept engine block will mean your Leica will struggle to perform. Go ahead and drop it into the engine, okay. Goes right there, by the looks of it, by the ghost image. A small 2-stroke engine with 2 cylinders comes as standard to all Leica 601 Deluxe cars. Right, and he wasn't lying, it is really 22.5 seconds to... So we still need to install the ignition coil, the air filter, the carburetor, the fuel tank, the water tank and the battery. Wow, that's a lot of parts, isn't it? Alright, next part then. Battery. A 12 volt lead acid automotive battery that supplies electric energy to the vehicle. 0% charge and 1 kilogram in weight. Okay, let's bring this thing over then. That's the battery, which provides the electrical charge for your Leica. The battery allows you to use lights, the radio, the car ignition, and that kind of thing. If your Leica won't start, the first place to check is the battery. Go ahead and drop it into the engine, alright? Ghost image right there. Very useful indeed. So I at least know where everything goes, otherwise we'd be here all night. A stock air filter, a small air filter used to remove particles from the air to fuel mixture. Comes as standard in all Leica 601 Deluxe cars. 10% reduction to engine wear rate. Oh, okay. 3 kilograms in weight, but yeah, that sounds very useful. Let's see. Okay, you're holding the air filter, a non-essential component. The air filter isn't necessarily required to run your Leica, but it's a good idea to have one as it will reduce the rate of wear to your engine block. Go ahead and... okay. Right. Drop that thing in. Off to the next. What's up next? Stock ignition coil. A small ignition coil introduces energy from the battery to start the engine. Comes as standard in all Leica 601 Deluxe cars. Okay. I have a feeling all of these things are coming as standard. Yeah, this comes as standard, standard, standard. Yeah, okay. So, pick this thing up and bring it over. That little thing is the ignition coil. The ignition coil channels an electrical charge to start the engine. An ignition coil that's in bad condition may struggle to start the engine. Go ahead and drop it into the engine. Okay. Right there by the looks of it. Alright, next part. Stock water tank. A small 0.7 liter water tank used to clean the windshield of dirt and grime. Comes as standard in all Leica 601 Deluxe cars. Right, so yeah, 0.7 liter. Alright, let's bring this thing over. That's the water tank, which provides water to help keep your windscreen clean from dirt. Keep it in good condition or it will start to leak water and you'll soon find yourself driving without any vision. Okay. He doesn't need to repeat all that, drop that thing into the engine every time I bring something over, but we're almost there. A stock carburetor delivers air and fuel into the engine to generate combustion. Comes as standard in all Leica 601 Deluxe cars. 25 4 kilometer. Okay, I don't know exactly what that meant right there, but oh well. It's going to drop it in. Right, that's a carburetor which controls the fuel consumption of the car, which in turn controls how many kilometers per liter you'll get out of your Leica. Ah, okay. A good, well-maintained carburetor will mean you use less fuel and can drive further for cheaper. Go ahead and drop it in. Yeah, okay. I think this will probably be the first thing I upgrade if we get a chance to do that. Always better to drive cheaply. Let's see, stock fuel tank. A small 10 liter fuel tank should be mixed with 2-stroke oil. 2-stroke oil. Comes as standard in all Leica 601. Yeah, okay. These bits of redundant text are a little bit annoying. Alright, that big lump of metal is the fuel tank, which holds the fuel of your Leica. A few notes on this one. First of all, it's gravity fed, so you'll need to open the bonnet and fill directly to the tank when refueling. Okay. Also, your Leica is running a 2-stroke engine. This means you'll want to mix in some oil to the fuel mixture. Okay. Failure to mix oil into the fuel will mean the engine won't be lubricated and will wear at an increased rate. Too much oil though and you'll start to see performance drop. Okay. Keep your fuel tank well maintained, let it get too beaten up and it will start leaking fuel everywhere. That would be bad indeed. Yeah, okay, we don't need to... Right, okay, that's everything installed. Okay, good job. Now to fill her up. We're getting nowhere without fuel. Well, no. There should be a can of fuel, a bottle of water. We still need to fill the car with petrol, oil, water. Okay. Go and collect them and I'll walk you through refueling your car. Alright. New thing pops open. Let's see, juggling is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay. Or a 1, 2. I guess we can pick up... Oh, we can pick up multiple things. Excellent. Good, that's the kind of fuel you're holding there. I've got it, that's the big one on the right. Okay, if you use that on the fuel cap of the fuel tank we just installed, then you'll begin filling the car with fuel. Alright. That's the icon right there, so let's fill it up. Oh, you can see how much is in the can as well. That's excellent. And it fills up perfectly. Go ahead and drop it if you're done with it. Okay. That's a bottle of 2-stroke oil you have in your hands. You'll want to add a drop of it to improve the fuel mixture, which affects things like performance and engine wear. A lean mixture will result in a faster car, but with increased wear to the engine. A rich mix will result in the opposite. Try using it on the full tank of fuel to affect the muse. Okay. Go ahead and drop that if you're done with it. I have no idea how much is in there right now, but I guess we're going to drop it. You've got a bottle of water, good job. If you use that on the water tank we installed, then we can fill her with water. I guess that's the battery. That's the stock water tank right in front of it. Go ahead and drop that if you're done with it. Okay. Excellent, let's move on to the tires. Okay, let's go about getting some tires on the car. So as you can see, we won't get very far without wheels. There's a car jack over in the garage. Bring it over and we can get started. Well, you know what? Let's close the bonnet first, shall we? I'm a little bit of a perfectionist that way, I suppose. Alright, so, let's see. That looks like the car jack. And that looks like a wheel. That's all I can carry right now. Alright, okay, place the jack under the car. There's a little ghost outline right there. Now just twist the handle. Alright, oh, that's pretty cool. You'll notice you can now use the tire iron, but first we'll need to fit the road tires. Go ahead and drop that. Okay, good. Now just fit the road tire to the axle. And tighten the bolt with the tire iron. Where is the tire iron? Oh, okay, I already got it in my hands. So. And now the same again for the other wheel. Okay. Good, now you can drop the car jack down and we can do the same again for the other side of the car. Oh, okay, it kind of automatically goes back. Alright, so let's drop this baby down. And we can drop this on the other side of the car. Now just twist the handle. Alright. There we go. You'll notice you can now use the tire iron, but first we'll need to fit the road tires. Go ahead and drop that. Alright, drop that thing down. Let's get the other 2 remaining wheels. Alright. Good, now just fit the road tire to the axle. I guess, alright. Okay, now let's see how she runs. I'll be in the car. You may want to load the trunk with any spares left over in the garage. You can be sure what you'll need on the road. Or you can never be sure what you'll need on the road. Well, I can attest to that. Most definitely. Alright, so let's drop this thing and then put this in the back. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And I guess we're going to be taking all of these things as well. Or let me just pick up all 3 things all at once. Alright, cool. And what else is there? It doesn't look like there's anything left over here. Anything over here that we can pick up? This looks like a toolbox, yeah. Alright. Let's put that in there. And a bucket with a sponge. Well, we might as well take it along as well, as long as we have the space. Oh, no. Alright. There we go. Anything else? Doesn't really look like it. Maybe over by the bed. No. That doesn't do anything. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Lots of attention to detail right there. I like it. Nur voor personal. Right, so it's only for people who work here, only for employees, is what they're trying to tell me. Oh, there's this other thing over here. Stock list. Alright, so we have a Leica, and it doesn't really say anything right here. We also have what looks like a wallet. Let's drop this thing. Yeah. Right, let's close the bonnet as well. Let's get into the car. Okay, before we set off, let's get you familiar with some important companions. Here we have the maintenance manual. It will cover the basics of running the car. Alright. In there, you'll find information regarding a basic overview of the Leica vehicle, details of your current engine setup, listings of the cargo we're currently carrying, and that sort of thing. You can turn the page by selecting the top corners of each page. Okay. So, let's see. Verehrter Leica-Fahrer. Honorable Leica driver. Is what that means, I think. My German is pretty rusty, but sometimes I recognize some stuff, because it's pretty related to Dutch, and yeah, basically. Alright, so it is in your interest not to place this manual on the side, but you read through to become thoroughly familiar with it. In 1957, the Soviet Union, showing great strength, ambition and perseverance, launched the first being to orbit the Earth into space. Launched the first being to orbit the Earth into space. Okay. Today, we proudly remember that name by enabling you to traverse the globe with your very own Leica. Your new car, with its distinguished name, shall forever be a faithful companion to you. Within this manual contains instruction and information to help and advise you on any journey you may take. Containing operational instructions, this manual will save you time, aggravation and money. However, should you need further expert advice, please visit our well-trained customer service organization. These can be found along your route by looking for the structures proudly flying the company name and logo. Leica Automobielwerke wishes you a pleasant drive throughout all the fraternal socialist state you may visit. Alright, cool. Let's have a look at the other pages then. Right, we'll have a look through this later. For now, go ahead and drop that. Okay. Next, you'll need the map. Definitely. I'm a sucker for maps. Let's have a look. This one is important as it allows you to select which route you'll be taking between each destination. As you can see, our first destination is the CSFR border crossing near Dresden. Day 1 brought into Dresden. Route 1, 350 kilometers. Route 2, 420 kilometers. We don't know what route that's going to be. And Route 3, 350 kilometers. And I think this means rain, and this means we'll have a bright sunny day. I don't know. Let's see. I've marked all the potential routes I know of, including weather conditions and any stop-off points along the route. Go ahead and select one now. Well, I'm going to go for bright weather, so I guess we're going to... Okay, so the kind of... Yeah, okay. I'm going to go for Route 3. Alright. Once a route has been selected, we're then committed to driving it. And again, you can turn pages by selecting the top corners. The other pages include your statistic tracking and unlocks tracking. Wait, what? Again, you can turn pages by selecting the top corners. Yeah, I know. The other pages include your statistic tracking and unlocks tracking. Ah, okay, so it tracks the unlocks we had. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. You can have a look through that later. Go ahead and close that for now. And finally, the keys. Ah, right. If you just pop them into the ignition, then she's all yours. Okay, oh, this guy is getting out, okay. I guess close the door. And there we go. The car is on. But for some reason, yeah, this guy got out and he has nothing left to say, I suppose. Alright, well, let's get started for the journey, shall we? Let's see. Oh, I have to grab the steering wheel first. Right, so I grabbed the steering wheel, the handbrake automatically went down. That's good. And now I should be able to drive using... Oh yeah. There we go. Off to the left, I suppose, because there are some cones in the way. And Dresden is this way as well, by the sign of... or looking at the sign. This looks pretty cool, actually. You can look in the mirrors and see what's behind you, as well as completely turn your neck around and brake it, basically, as we go along. But yeah, oh well. Alright, so we're in a tunnel, by the looks of it. And I'm going to turn up the sound a little bit for myself, because the engine is barely audible to me, but when I checked out the volume settings when recording from the main screen, like, it was way too loud, so I needed to turn down the main volume a little bit. Anyway. Looks like we have a tank up ahead, kind of like a monument to... oh, and we have a first driver as well. Well, that is... that looks so strange. What does it say? Does it say... I guess it says something... Let's see. Befreit uns nochmal. Ah, okay. Liberate us again, is what it says. I think that's a Soviet T-34 or something like that, probably. Right, so I'm going to go around this guy because he is way too... Oh, crap. You know what? Oh. Yeah, okay. Don't be angry. This other guy was being slow. I thought I could overtake him. Alright, so off we go on our first official road trip in the GDR. If there's anything I love, it's being on the open road. I've spent many days hitchhiking along many roads as well. Like, as I said before, I've been hitchhiking in Germany. I did so on the Autobahn, actually, and I definitely cannot recommend doing that because, well, there are parts on the Autobahn where there is no speed limit, and that means cars can go as fast as they want, and they will drive incredibly fast. It is extremely dangerous to be on the side of the road, and the only reason we did it, because I was hitchhiking with a friend, the only reason we did it was because we were stuck in a little village and no cars were coming along. Like, next to nothing. And the few cars that did come along, well, they just did not pull over for us, you know. It just took forever to get anywhere. So in desperation, we decided to walk up onto the Autobahn and try our luck there. And actually, it did work out for us. Somebody stopped for us before the cop showed up. But we had to have a nice run because... well, you can imagine that this car was driving very, very fast. And by the time it actually stopped, you know, it was a few hundred meters down the road and we had to catch up with it. It was almost like half a kilometer or something like that. And me and my friend, with our heavy backpacks on, they were weighing like 25 kilos or something like that. And we had to sprint for the 500 meter with 25 kilos on our back. And I was completely drenched in sweat by the time that we got to the car. But yeah, good times, man. Really good times. I mean, I love that memory. It was so good. It was really, really good. We ended up, after we got dropped off by this guy, we got dropped off at a gas station somewhere along the highway. And we started hitchhiking from there again. But by this time, it was already late in the evening. It must have been like 9 o'clock or something when we got there. And yeah. Before we got a ride, it must have been like 11. It was completely dark. We were about to give up. And at that point, this truck, or not a truck, it was like a camper van. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a camper van that pulled over for us, and inside was a man and a woman, and it turned out that they were going on a holiday towards Spain. All right, let's see, Dresden and Leipzig. Okay, Dresden is where we need to go, so let's continue straight ahead. But yeah, the guy was clearly reticent, like he really did not want to take us along. But the woman really did. So they had a bit of a discussion amongst themselves, and in the end the woman won, and they took us along inside of their camper van. And this guy was kind of pissed off and really not speaking to us too much, but the woman was very interested in talking to us. And oh, there's a gas station over here. Let's pull in and have a look over there. But yeah, this guy, he was not a happy camper, man. He was pretty pissed. Let's see. Anyway, they were going on holiday towards Italy, and okay, let's turn the engine off for a moment and finish my story there. They were going to Italy, right, and we were driving along. It was already 11 o'clock at night by the time we got into the van, and we were driving and driving and driving, and at some point, you know, they were continuing south because we were coming from Denmark, so we were in the north of Germany, and they had to drive through all of Germany, north to south, to get to Italy. But at some point we had to head west because that is where the Netherlands is. You know, if you go south from Denmark, you go down into Germany, and at some point you have to go west and then you end up in the Netherlands, and that's where we wanted to go. So it was about 2 hours of driving, and it was really interesting because we had a really nice conversation, but at some point, you know, the conversation kind of died off because everybody was pretty tired. Myself and my friend included, and at some point I basically fell asleep sitting at the table in the camper van there because, well, we had been traveling for a week and a half or something, and we've been sleeping outside and on rocky ground or inside barns on the concrete floor and stuff like that, and it was really hard. We were sleeping pretty badly most of the time, and so when we got into a car, if I did not have a lot to talk about, because you know, sometimes I was in the back seat and I can't really hear what's going on in the front seat. It's sometimes pretty hard to hear depending on the car and how loud people are talking. Sometimes I would just fall asleep, you know. Anyway, at some point these people pull over for us, and oh, lights are going on. Guess it's turning into night. But yeah, at some point these people pulled over for us. We got out, and it was, I don't know, probably 2 o'clock at night. And we were standing somewhere by the road in the middle of nowhere, by the, you know, the Autobahn drop-off point, basically. And it was pretty crazy because we had nowhere to go, and we ended up sleeping in between in an intersection between two German Autobahns, essentially. All right, let's get out and see if we can buy some gas. I have no idea how this works. So we're just going to have to... wait. Alright, so we're going to drop this, we're going to drop that. Pick this up. Let's have a look. 500 mark for 5 liters. Oh, I have... Alright, so... I had a little, someone sent me a gift on Steam, and that kind of alt-tabbed my game. So I went to a Windows screen, and that broke my recording. So I was talking a little bit, and then I got interrupted. So what I did was I filled up my fuel can, and I had a look over at the price for it, and it says 500 marks. And I only saw a $100 bill, or a 100 mark bill on my wallet, I think. So... we might be in trouble here. I'm not entirely sure. I hope I can pay for this stuff. Let's pick up my wallet and let's have a look inside to see if I can actually pay for this stuff or if I'm in a lot of trouble right now. So, hey there, you look a little lost. Just pick whatever you need off the shelves and place it through this window. When you have everything you need, you can pay by using your wallet. Oh, okay. So let's see, we can buy oil, we can buy sausages. I guess we don't have any sausages. We probably need to eat. I have no idea if we actually do so. If we do need to do that, we have some water, wheels, gas. These look to be empty though. We have tools. We still have those. What is this? Got coffee by the looks of it. And smokes. What is this? Is this a hand grenade? What the hell? Stuff? I guess it's linen, or I have no idea. It doesn't say anything really. It cannot be a hand grenade, can it? Oh, we have... Oh, okay, we have medicine as well. Interesting. So we have a lot of different things that I had no idea we were actually going to require. But maybe we'll notice this a little bit later on. But I guess I'm going to have to bring over my gas can here. So let's see. Can I... Wait, did I just sell it? What's this? Wait, what? I have no idea what's going on right now. Okay, so this one down. Well, fuck. Alright, let's open up. Oh yeah, damn it. Let's open up the bonnet there. Ooh, we have a bunch of different things to repair. But let's see if we can actually fill up this thing for now. Let's see the stock fuel tank. Ah. Doesn't seem to be working. Alright, we have a lean oil mix. Probably we should add a little bit oil. Let's see, what does it say? Optimal oil mix. Okay. I like the sound of optimal. So let's go with that. Okay, God damn it. All this stuff has to go down in a specific way, or it has to go inside in a specific way, I guess. Ah, okay, now. I see what's going on now. It's a little bit strange, but oh well. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to do some repair, so I think this should work if I bring this over. Ah, yeah, okay, there we go. A stock carburetor, durability, 3 out of 3, and this thing, I guess, can only degrade. Wait, what the hell happened to my repair box? Did it just vanish? Or I guess we used it up. I guess that's what's going on. Okay, well, you know what, let's have another look at this. Let's see if we can buy one of these. Ah, god damn it. Ah, okay. So, now I have 71 bucks. Okay. Things are slowly starting to make a little bit of sense. Alright, so, let's see if we can fill this thing up. We are probably going to be in trouble now. Let's close this thing. Ah, god damn it. Now, it's pretty cool, but it's also, you know, a little bit annoying if you forget how things work. But let's see. Oh. It already got refueled. It's still pretty high, actually. So, oh well. I guess I'm going to have to read a tutorial about how this works exactly. Can we... Yeah, let's close this thing. Let's have one final chat to the lady over here. 69. Okay. I guess the gas is not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. Oh yeah, now the door's open again and we can continue on our way. Alright. So, good. Okay, it took a little time there for that thing to hit, but let's see. Now I need my lights. There we go. It's pretty cool that you have to manually use all of these levers. That's actually pretty damn awesome. Wow, okay. Oh, gotta be careful here. My poor Leica cannot take too much abuse. God damn it. And it also can't make sharp turns by the looks of it. Alright, let's continue on to Dresden, having learned our lesson here. And yeah, so far I'm actually, yeah, you know, I haven't really done anything special other than manipulating the car, and it's kind of unique in that it is so detailed in all the stuff that you need to do to operate this car, and I like that, you know. But I'm wondering what we can do in the long term. Like all the things. I saw some sausages, I saw some medicine, so I suppose we need to eat and maybe drink, and maybe we can get sick as well. I guess we can smoke, but none of it really has been explained to me, so I'm not entirely sure if there's anything more to this game than just driving the car from A to B and having breakdowns along the way. I have no idea. I basically bought this game because I like the idea of going on a road trip, and that is what this game promised. And so I'm going to see how much it lives up to the idea of being on an actual road trip. As a backpacker and as a hitchhiker, I've never driven a car. I have driven a car in foreign countries a little bit, but not my own car, basically. I drove somebody else's car for a little while. But all of my traveling that I did, from every time I wanted to get from point A to point B, I've always done it by hitchhiking. And that is for me the only real way to travel. You know, that's like, I see so many backpackers and they go with a bus or they buy a car and they only ever talk to some people in the hostels, you know, but they never really talk to the people that live in the country, and they never really talk to anyone other than other backpackers, basically. Okay, where do we have to go? I have no idea. Let's go right. I wonder how big these cities are and where we are at, actually. But yeah, that's the problem I have with most of these backpackers, is that you know, they kind of go there to party and see a few sights, and then they only talk to a few other people, but never really to the people that actually live in these other towns or in these cities and in these other countries that they are visiting. Let's see. Is this where we have to be? Outer shop. And as a hitchhiker, let's turn the engine off and have a look. But yeah, as a hitchhiker, you are always talking to people from all over the world. You can be picked up by people from foreign countries who are traveling in the country as well. That happened to me many times, but most of the time I'm driving along with people that are actually living there, and they can tell me all sorts of cool and interesting things about the places that we are going to. But yeah, anyway, let's have a look at the map and see if we can see where we are at exactly. So 350 kilometers. This is home, I suppose. This is where we're going. I don't want to drive. I don't want to do this. Let's see. Purchased a gas can for a total of 30. Sold gas can for a total of 6. Yeah, okay. This was a mistake. That's definitely not what we should have done. So a lot of unlockables, actually. Wow. Statistics, distance driven, footsteps. This doesn't show for now. Okay, well, I have no idea if you're actually where we're supposed to be. Ah. Okay. Let's just continue on driving for a little bit. I have no idea if this is actually Dresden or not. I guess we have to continue along the road over here. And this is just like a little square town that we just drove through. Oh, CSFR. This is where we needed to go, right? This is like the border, I suppose. Ooh, guy with a gun. You know what? Let's get out for a second and also turn off the lights, because otherwise our battery is going to drain. We don't want that. This guy is not talking to us. Ah, I suppose I had to drive along a little bit further. So, close the car again. Turn the engine on. Turn on the lights. Grab the steering wheel. Alright, let's turn down the window a little bit. Ah, the border crossing is closed. Please use the motel and return tomorrow. Okay. Well, that sucks. I have no idea where we can actually find the hotel. Though it's probably in town here somewhere. So let's find the hotel, see if we can find a place to sleep for the night, and that's going to be the end of this video. But yeah, let's have a look. Volkssolidariteit. Well, I'm going to park my car over here, and then I'm just going to go on a walkabout. Now, can I actually pick this thing up? I'm not entirely sure if I can. I have a feeling I should probably take my wallet as well. Oh, did I just punch the car? Oh, okay, that's my passport. It's always a good idea to bring these along. Alright, nobody's opening over there. Well, that certainly sucks. Let's see, what is that over there? Baustelle. That's also not a hotel, I don't think, but I'm going to try, because I have no idea where else I'm supposed to go. Nothing is happening. Or maybe I'm just very, very impatient. Yeah, I don't want to waste my gas walking or driving around this town constantly, because I have a feeling that's going to be messing us up in the long run. Right, so that's closed. I guess the border will be open in the morning, and that is why we are out of luck right now. So if we just wait for the morning to arrive, but I don't know how long that's going to take. That's also a problem that I have. I have no idea how long this stuff is actually going to take. So I'm just going to have a little walk around, trying to save my gas, because I'm cheap. I am Dutch after all. And yeah. You know what I really hope for this game is that at some point, because I did see already that people can get into the car, and that makes me really want some hitchhikers in this game, so I can stop and pull over for hitchhikers. I think that would be bloody amazing. I would love... Oh, there's a motel. Right. I would love to be able to pick up hitchhikers and see if they have... Maybe they could have a story to tell, because we were driving along for a long time already, and nothing really happened so far as... You know, nothing really special happened to us in the meantime. And I guess it's okay, because this is our first mission, I suppose. But yeah, that would be really cool. Alright, so welcome. Will you be staying with us tonight? It's 20 for the room. Wow, that's expensive, but oh well. You'll be staying in room 1B, just down the hall. Ah, I missed that. I clicked too fast. Okay, but 1B. Let's have a look. 1A. 1B. And there's so much detail into going into this game. Can I get my key back now? Okay, let's close the door behind us. And wow, the frame rate is going down a little bit, but yeah, let's drop on the bed and go to sleep. 24th of June 1990, CSFR Hungary. Oh, okay, we are in Hungary. Still the Soviet Union. Alright, you know what? It's a new day, but that is where I'm going to leave you guys with this video. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see more Jalopy content in the future. And I definitely do want to make some more. I want to see what's up next beyond the border. And along the way I might tell you some more of my hitchhiking stories if you guys are interested in those. Anyway, I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.